I'm not exaggerating when I say this might be the most embarrassing moment in Call of Duty franchise history. This is not hyperbole. Even more news coming out as recently as an hour ago is just continuing to blow my mind about how this could happen. We are less than 1 week away from Black Ops 6 dropping, the most anticipated Call of Duty drop possibly in franchise history. And as of earlier this week, there is a massive exploit found in the Ricochet anti-cheat system that resulted in innocent players getting permanently banned, not shadow banned, which is a whole different issue that I've been very vocal about, and it's a horrible system. Get rid of the shadow ban system. But it resulted in a lot of big names and a lot of individuals in my community in the academy who were legitimate players getting permanently banned, including guys like Bobby Poff. Now, we've always been told that a permanent ban is permanent. There's no such thing as a false ban. But not only did they go back and unban some of those recent players, they have gone back and unbanned hundreds, if not thousands, of admitted rage hackers, including guys like Bad Boy Beeman, who says his original account, which was rightfully permanently banned, other guys who also were permanent, like hard cheating, have been unbanned as well. And I'm gonna walk you through all this. I'm gonna try to work through all of this. It just gets worse and worse and worse. So let me start with step one, okay? Call of Duty finally acknowledged it. On their Call of Duty updates, they said Ricochet anti-cheat identified and disabled a workaround to a detection in a system in Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone that impacted a small number of legitimate player accounts. We have restored all accounts that were impacted. An examination of our systems was conducted for safety and monitoring will continue. Stay tuned for the launch progress report blog. We'll cover that in a future video. It's basically Call of Duty saying, here's what we're gonna do going into Black Ops 6. Okay, one, there has been no apology, both in public or even in private, to the guys who got permanently banned. I think that's bad business, but regardless, they never apologize to the players who get shadow banned all the time. Many of you probably innocently watching, but this guy right here, his name is Zeblier. I'm just gonna call him Zeblier. Okay, he is the owner of Phantom Overlay. Phantom Overlay is like a well-known cheating software that has mitigated better than things like engine owning, which is like the big name cheat provider. Okay, he is the sole developer and owner of Phantom Overlay, and we're gonna hear a lot about him. But he started with this post a few days ago before Call of Duty admitted that there was a problem, and he basically said, yo, I did some pretty sketchy things. I know about something really horrible that's out there, and I'm gonna kind of clear the table heading into Black Ops 6. And oh dude, this gets bad so fast. Here we go. Okay, so Zeblier says, tomorrow, I will be sharing the full details on a simple exploit that allows you to falsely, remotely, permanently ban anyone from Call of Duty by reason of cheating, even if you are not in their lobby. This exploit was found by someone who does not represent most of the game hacking community. He has abused this exploit to get thousands of COD players falsely banned since nearly the start of the year using an auto hotkey script, which automates the process for him. I was not aware of the extent to which he abused it until today. So if you ever know any of your friends that maybe got permanently banned, I don't know, that's a whole different conversation, right? He said, I did know about this exploit for a while, and I was validated it was real by asking him to ban some accounts, which he did. Duke Jesus, Parasite, and Censor. He says, I believe Bobby Poff and several others were victims of this exploit alongside thousands of random COD players, but I do not have the Activision IDs or info to vindicate them. I also figured out enough about this exploit early to add protections for Phantom Overlay users, so if the exploit was attempted to be used on you, it would be blocked. Couple things here. One, conversation about the whitelist, the streamer whitelist. Okay, guys, big names like Parasite, a well-known Call of Duty competitor, Censor, a well-known Call of Duty competitor, and obviously Bobby Poff all got permanently banned using this. So there is a whitelist. There's no question about it. There is no gray area here. There is a whitelist for preventing shadow bans or spam reporting, right? So they don't want their creators who are trying to make content on the game or playing in tournaments to get shadow banned. So they add some players, well-known, respected, vetted names to that list. So if they get spam reported by, the average dad who has never seen someone move around and shoot like Biffle before, he doesn't get spam reported and shadow banned. That being said, that does not hold them immune from getting permanently banned. As we can see here, Parasite, Censor, Bobby Poff, and some other names got permanently banned because Ricochet anti-cheat kicked in. Now, how did Ricochet anti-cheat kick in? That's the question, and that's what we're going to get into. And it is shameless how easy it was for someone to ruin people's potentially careers and reputations. And he's going to fill us all in on a write-up right now. But first, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is FPS Hub, okay? They're the best in the business when it comes to optimizing your PC, not with cheats, but with good performance, okay? We all know Call of Duty launchers are always chalked. Throughout all the years, it doesn't matter what you have, what PC you have, what state-of-the-art specs you have, they are notoriously unstable, riddled with crashes, dev errors, packet loss, all the work. The guys at FPS Hub, not only have they been testing this game since the Black Ops beta released, it's on a similar engine right now. It's actually basically the same engine, and you will have your game running like a dream with 0 crashes at launch, okay? They are going to get slammed the second that Black Ops 6 launches because there's going to be a lot of issues. So get in early, get prepared, and they're going to make sure you have the best system settings, the best GPU settings, memory, CPU, NVIDIA drivers, everything to make sure you are pristine heading into the Black Ops 6 full launch, okay? You don't want to be crashing, you don't want to be jittering, you don't want to be stuttering, and if there's ever anything that they need to update, it is often free or super quick for them to just jump in and say, hey, these are the things we've learned since the game's launch. They give you those changes, and then you're good to go. Check out the link down in the pinned comment and description. FPS Hub is like the most trusted name for everyone in the scene. Like, they are dang good at what they do. They're trusted, respected, vetted, and I trust them and I put my brand behind them. They know what they're doing. They get my systems right, and they've been a long-time channel partner, and you will love working with them, okay? Let's keep it rolling. Once again, if you want to check out FPS Hub, you can use code Isaac for a discount. Link in the pinned comment and the description. Once again, just so we're clear, I have been very vocal all this time about getting rid of the shadow ban system. I know it's nice that guys like Bobby Poff got unbanned, but yay, that's a big name that got some, you know, some information that came out and vindicated him. Plenty of people in the chat and in the, you know, YouTube comments are innocent and have been shadow banned, and I continue every time I make a yearly review video. It's such a horrible system. I'm genuinely sorry. They do not listen to me. I know I have a big following. I know I have a lot of people on YouTube and Twitch. I promise you, they do not care. They're going to do their own thing, okay? I don't know what to tell you outside of the shadow ban, but what happened with this permanent ban was even more ridiculous. Okay, here is the write-up provided by Zeblier. He says, the COD remote permaban exploit. Okay, and some of you may have seen this, so I'll rip through it kind of quick, but it gets even crazier with the developments that happened later today. The following is a quote and paste from Visor, the founder of the exploit, detailing the exploit he found in its abuse. These are not my words. Please contact, don't know, okay, whatever. Overview. Signature scanning is a mechanism implemented by all modern anti-cheats. When used correctly, it is an effective way to catch and ban cheaters in video games. Also, antiviruses use this technique to catch and identify malware, so the method is not new or fundamentally flawed. Okay? The way signature scanning works is that it scans your computer's memory for footprints of known cheat software. This requires that the anti-cheat devs carefully analyze the cheat and create unique signature that is only found in your RAM when the cheat is loaded and never found when the cheat is not loaded. This is why we typically have ban waves, because the anti-cheat developers find that unique signature and then put that into the system to recognize it, that then bans in waves players. Ricochet and signature scans. As expected, Ricochet also uses signature scanning as one of its many methods for detecting and banning cheaters. Earlier this year, when I was tracking memory allocations of their kernel module, I stumbled upon a memory region that caught my attention. Unlike most regions, this one contained a lot of strings, all of them cheating related. Reversing the structure confirmed my suspicions. It was a list of signatures for a signature scan routine. So I don't know the extent of Ricochet. I've always said I want a more aggressive anti-cheat. I don't care what it is. Please make it the most aggressive anti-cheat possible. I genuinely do not care. I've also said we should just go full South Korea, and South Korea has it to where, like, you have your government ID associated with one username, and if you cheat, you're banned for life. Please, I would love that. Start giving out fines, start giving out jail time. I don't care, especially if you're involved in cheating and competing and stealing money. Like, that is fraud. Get them out. Sidebar aside, he was, I don't know to what level the kernel module is, but I know Ricochet does have some kernel elements. It says, as I said before, Anti-cheats must be extra careful when creating signatures for cheats. A bad signature could lead to innocent players being banned. Well, without further ado, let's look at a few signatures that Ricochet has been using. Random numbers, screenshot counter, trigger bot, bubble, ESP. As you can see, Ricochet is a big fan of using plain text, ASCII or ASC2. I'm not a code wizard, I don't know anything, for their signature scans. What could go wrong? Oh my God, it's so painfully simple. So we know that anyone who has used the sequence trigger bot in their games, memory will be flagged as a cheater. This might sound like a reasonable at first glance. Trigger bot is a common occurrence in cheat menus. Surely, if you're using one, that phrase would be found in your game, right? Well, unfortunately for Ricochet, that's not the case. If someone sends a message in game chat, that message will be in your game's memory. If someone sends you a friend request, their name will be in your game's memory. When you are playing a game, all players' names in your lobby, guess what, will be in your game's memory. Yeah, sometimes it's the most simple things. For quite some time, it has been possible to get people permanently banned by sending them a friend request or posting a message, "Nice trigger bot, dude," in game chat. I even heard of someone who made an auto hotkey script to spam join Warzone lobbies and post messages in chat and get anyone in the lobby banned who is scanned by Ricochet during that time. Now, it's important to note for console players do not have Ricochet active in scanning within their consoles. There's no such thing as Ricochet for consoles. It's only active on PCs. I'm in a position where I can say that several thousand random COD players were banned by this exploit before the streamers began to be targeted. And they have no leverage. I mean, even someone like Bobby Poff, who averages 2,000 viewers on Twitch, which is one of the biggest, communities out there. When he got banned, Activision for basically 2 weeks said, "Sorry, bud, you got banned. There's nothing we can do." There's no connections. They don't care. They genuinely don't care. The Activision public relations team and the Activision Ricochet anti-cheat team, they can barely talk to each other. But the Activision public relations teams talks all the time with creators. Yo, here's the, sneak peek of the upcoming patch notes. Yo, here's the event that we have going on or tournament that we have going on. We have had literally zero direct contact with the Ricochet anti-cheat team. They don't talk to anybody. And frankly, they don't even do creator briefings that much anymore. We hardly talk with the developers anymore, unfortunately. I plan to target more. Before the streamers began to target. Censor, Parasite, etc., and others were targeted before the big reveal. I plan to target more, but it seems when several major streamers were permabanned, Ricochet will turn bans off and investigate. No fun. This is the result of a major oversight by Ricochet team by using improper signatures. Activision has already started to unban accounts that were banned using this exploit, but it comes with a caveat. Also, real cheaters who were caught by these signatures will get unbanned. So I'll get on that in a moment. Also, Ricochet seems to not understand how many people got pwned by this with their small numbers of, legitimate accounts claims. Okay, this is where it gets really bad. In order to unban the legitimate players who were basically false flagged by someone coming into their game and spamming the word trigger bot, they have to then unban everyone who had any signature scan flag on their account, period, because it seems like they may not be able to determine who was a false flag and who was real. Well, at least that's what it seems like, because over these next few threads, I'm going to show you some people who are getting unbanned, even though they were legitimately cheating, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And yes, cheating is a massive issue in all of modern FPS gaming. It's frankly horrible. And I've started to just shift what game I'm playing offline based on what anti-cheat is actually doing its job at the moment. But things, even in the Apex scene, this was in a major tournament. This is a respected and vetted pro player. He was in the middle of a tournament and someone injected somehow cheating software into his system remotely. And this was all vetted by industry experts. Check it out. He's just in the middle of the game, making some call outs. And then watch what happens to his screen. Boom. Someone starts pulling up a cheat menu.
Wait.
And he's like, what? Boom. All of the names start popping up.
Wait, what the What the fuck? I'm getting hacked. I'm getting hacked. Bro.
I know. Can you play the game?
Bro,
And so it had been happening throughout the entire tournament. He ends up having to leave the game because obviously he can't make callouts when he has wall hacks. Other players like Imperial Hal ended up going through.
Can we shoot height? Can we shoot?
And if you look, when he shoots, look at the damage markers down in the bottom right. He starts to take shots, and the shots start to auto register the players down low, and he's getting 100% headshots.
I'm cheating. I'm fucking shit.
So honestly, it's pretty impressive
I'm cheating.
how I can't I have zero experience with it. I can't even begin to understand how some of the stuff works, but you'll see he's shooting here and getting 100% headshots on other players. He ends up backing out doing the same thing. Oh, single player games are going to be the future, ladies and gentlemen, until this stuff gets figured out. But let me give you some more context, okay? And let me lead you into it as we start to show that legitimate hackers are getting unbanned. Okay. Call of Duty said that there was only a small number. Modern Warzone, or Doug Nabbit, basically came out and said, hey, you know, can I compile a list of people who were victim of this? He's like, you could have DM'd me for this. Bobby Poff, Penny Two Wise, Parasite, Censor, Nuke Jesus, Comeback Call were all streamers permanently banned. Possibly Cloaksy was in the game. The exploit is very destructive, and it's possible that more people in that game were banned, but I'm not sure if the Cloaksy ban report was real or a troll. Only random people were targeted initially. Things got more reckless closer to the reveal. I pushed for the late recklessness in the reveal to fix everything afterwards. So basically, he found out about the exploit, just started to go rogue on it to try to force a fix. He admits that he was a giant, piece of crap for all of this, but all these people have been unbanned. He was eventually going to target Weigel, J-Rock Gaming, Flames 2K, and Diaz Biffle at the very end. It should be noted that this guy randomly banned several thousand random people going back months, which was something I was unaware of until the end. I have not seen much concern for those bans, but hopefully they get reversed too. So, TLDR, if someone sent you the words TriggerBot and spammed it in the global chat or sent you a friend request, it's enough that Call of Duty could ban you. Well, it only took one time. So basically what happens, it sounds like they do periodic scans. And if those periodic scans, you had that friend request, that message chat, whatever in your recent memory, then you would get banned. Then there was eventually a goal that someone named TriggerBot would make their way into the top 250, which means that every single person who opened up the top 250 leaderboard would have that name in their game's memory that would then ban basically every PC player at once. That was kind of like the end game. This is just insane. And it's a lot of people are saying it's not true. I know Call of Duty is probably going to be pretty silent on this. I know, why should we be trusting the words of someone who obviously lacks integrity when it comes to cheating? It seems like there's honor among thieves for cheating. I don't freaking know, but it's real. It seems like everything is pointing to the fact that it's real. And originally, some people who were very, experienced in the scene were like, this is, get the heck out of here. This is BS. Like, there's no way this is real. But we're starting to see more and more evidence. And he's like, if this is true, at first, this Jacoby was like, yeah, whatever. No way this is real. The next day, he's like, oh my God, if this is real, like, there's no secondary stage of teching. There's thousands of accounts, tens of thousands of dollars of like battle passes and skins and cosmetics. What are they going to do? Just unban every account ever? Well, guess what? You wake up this morning and all of a sudden, hundreds of people are getting unbanned. Bad Boy Beeman, open to the fact that he was cheating, unbanned. Aimquick, it's Happa. Other people that are like blatantly rage hacking. This is my first cheating account. I got unbanned on everything. Permanently banned rage hacker account. They unbanned everything. Like, dude, this is horrible. And more people are coming out saying like, hey, I got unbanned. Like I was actually hacking and I got unbanned. And so I don't know what this means. I've been on the same Activision ID since MW 2019 or whenever I made my account before that. I'm not worried about any of this, but I'm just worried about my ability to play the game with all of this happening. And I don't respect a lot of the hacker hunters, right? Most of them are just preying on people's frustration with the anti-cheat. They just are just farming. They're hate farming to get views. But, you know, kudos to them. They're actually out apologizing, being like, yo, I was wrong. They basically, you know, took the no false permanent bans thing as gospel and attacked people. And a lot of people have apologized, including Ziebler. He says, I'm legitimate sorry. I knew the truth behind your ban, and you withheld information. This is a weird situation. So, as per the write-up, anyone who is permanently banned solely from a string signature should be unbanned. Obviously, none of this is official words, but it's what's happening. This means real cheaters are getting unbanned too. They are not going to unban people who had other forms of detection on their account, code signatures or whatever, things different than the string signatures. So no, not all cheaters ever will be unbanned. When Ricochet detected Phantom Overlay last year, it was not a string signature, so my banned users are going to stay banned. To be honest, any cheat that was detected with a string signature in the first place probably isn't going to be able to fend off Ricochet in the long term. Ricochet will clap them again. Okay, that's why I kind of get annoyed when people are, you know, hacker hunting people who have been on the same account for 5 years. The odds that they're not going to get picked up at some point, you know. But it's an annoying situation. I've been berated for weeks by people who were like, you said Bobby Pop was getting targeted. You look like an idiot. Now, it turns out, yes, Bobby Pop was getting targeted. And the brain rot is real in this community. At least there is some minuscule shred of integrity in some of these guys. They will delete the videos. This is Bad Boy Beeman. He deleted the videos on Bobby Pop. Now he's back to eating dog food or breakfast food or whatever. And even Call of Shame.
He was banned for manipulation of game data. The Call of Shame channel covered this in great detail. However, those videos have now been removed from this channel. Bobby Pop is no longer a permanently banned streamer, and his account has been fully reinstated. This is because he was a victim of a remote code exploit. This is not selling out, but stating an absolute fact.
So good on them for admitting it. Now, obviously, they still got to pay the bills, so they're, you know, still going to say things like,
make no mistake, the streamers are cheating. Just look at their gameplay. However, on this occasion, the bans were false.
So, make no mistake, the streamers are cheating. I may have slandered this guy for the last week, 2 weeks, but, you know, it turns out, but, you know, they're cheating. So, I say all this to say the Call of Duty anti-cheat system is just pathetic. It really is. And this is, obviously, this is a whole bunch of Twitter experts. This all could be wrong. But it all seems to line up. It all seems to line up pretty well. And, you know, in my eyes, I dream that they're unbanning all of these cheater accounts so that way people can log back in to those accounts and then they can match the IP address or the hardware ID address from old hacker accounts to new accounts that haven't been detected, and they can ban all of them. Maybe there's some secret play that's happening here. All I'm gonna say is play games that are fun. Stop being super loyal to Call of Duty. This is coming from someone who gets invited to Call of Duty Next and Call of Duty tournaments. I love Call of Duty, but the anti-cheat system is getting ridiculous. It's gotten pathetic the last few weeks, and it's been pathetic the last few years, but recently, this is abysmal. Okay, especially this next week, as we wait for Black Ops 6. Do not go into hacker haven of Call of Duty and Warzone. Go play something else. Have fun when you game. If you are not having fun on Call of Duty, go play something else. If they suck with the anti-cheat system, go play something else. Don't buy microtransactions if the game is riddled with hackers. Don't buy the battle pass. Spend your money, put it where your mouth is, and get like me and start playing variety games, because it's a lot more fun. Especially right now, MW3, all the events have ended. We're chilling until Black Ops 6. Maybe this is some massive disinformation campaign. If it is, it's the worst marketing ever heading into Black Ops 6, okay? Cheaters are nonstop. There's always going to be cheaters out there. I'll report on it here and there when it gets really, really bad, because I like to actually provide value in the rest of my content. And right now, it's really, really bad. Even BattleEye, which is the anti-cheat gold standard, tweeted for the first time in like 3 years that they also have become aware of a exploit to their ban system targeting innocent players. And they're trying to retroactively reverse fake bans. And if you don't know, BattleEye, they do all these games. Arma, DayZ, H1Z1, Rainbow Six Siege, PUBG, like The Crew, Escape from Tarkov, Breakpoint, Destiny 2. So I hopped on COD for the first time to play a tournament. That's the first time I played. I got a little flex right here. I played a tournament. I won a tournament, but guess what? That's the only time I played COD in the last week. The rest of the time, I've been playing off the grid. Okay, it's a new game. There's still going to be cheaters in it here and there, but I'm enjoying off the grid so much more. I played 150 matches in the last like week and a half of off the grid, and I'm having so much more fun than just trying to force in more Warzone gameplay. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm still going to binge Black Ops 6 content. I hope you guys enjoy Black Ops 6 when it launches. I think they're making a lot of great changes with Black Ops 6 and Omni movement and hopefully with Warzone in the future. But dude, if they keep flopping, like I have some loyalty towards this game, but at the end of the day, my loyalty is with you guys. It's with my community. And if they keep shadow banning, you know, my community, if they keep letting cheaters run rampant and they keep disappointing us like this is just going to be a variety channel, and I'm going to play things only for fun. I'll have my dedicated coaching Warzone channel that'll be linked in the description. I'm always going to be providing coaching value over there on the second channel. But this is a bad look for Call of Duty. 1 week prior to launch, and not only were we innocently banning innocent players, but now we're unbanning blatant rage hackers. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. You know what's a good look? Your game when FPS Hub optimizes it. Okay, go ahead and check them out. They're sponsored today's video. Once again, your game's gonna look crisp. It's gonna run clean heading into Black Ops 6. I use them for every game, even when I'm playing a new game. They know all the best settings for Apex, Escape from Tarkov, off the grid. They're gonna get you right, okay? Your CPU is gonna run cooler, your RAM's gonna run cooler, everything's gonna be more stable and more performant. Check them out, use code Isaac. Thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble. Thank you to those of you who obviously are as frustrated with the cheater situation as I am, but have not fallen victim to the brain rot that unfortunately sometimes comes along with it. So here's to hopefully a good launch for Black Ops 6. We're going to be talking about more news with Black Ops 6 as it comes along, but comment down below. Were you banned and now unbanned? Are you seeing more cheaters lately? I don't know what to think about all this one. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. Turn on the notifications for all future Black Ops 6 videos. Drop a like on your way out. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.